Hello. Hello, welcome everyone to today's stream. It is approximately time for WorldEmber, although I'm not actually sure if it's officially started. I know the World Anvil stream is still happening, and they're still going through stuff. I don't know if the big red button's been pressed yet, so you guys can tell me if that's the case. But I'm ready. I'm ready to write, I'm ready to do stuff. Are you guys ready to do stuff? Because I am. I am wearing my finest. My absolute finest. Oh, and, Shamrock, and thank you very much. Welcome to the Aloe Works. Thank you for the Prime subscription. Is that a Guy Fieri? Yes. Okay, so this morning I was like, okay, it is time for WorldEmber. The fires of the forge are stoked, they are lit. It is time. I have to find my most fiery attire. And what is more fiery than my Guy Fieri sweater? What? Oh my gosh. No, it is great. I love this sweater so much. It is one of my favorites. Oh my gosh, and how are my microphone levels right now? It seems like they're peaking right now. But no, this is great. This is great. I am excited. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas month. I also have this lovely new mug. Also red, also cute. It's got little birds on. Ah. No, it's great. It is the season for creating. So yes, it is in fact time. Okay, I'm gonna use this. We're gonna see if the homepage is actually working. No, it's not yet. It's not working yet. But it's there for anyone who needs it. For the moment that things strike. Yeah, how is everyone? Ah, don't be silly. I know. I know. I want it in my hands right now. Let me in. Just let me in. I need to get in there. Oh, but no, okay. So plans for today. What are we going to do today? As soon as that gate is lifted and I'm allowed in, we're gonna start drafting this primer. That's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna draft this primer. We're gonna get into it. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go set up a bunch of articles. We're gonna make the articles, make sure they're ready, make sure the dates are reset. If you're working out of stubs, reset them. Reset them today. Do not start writing in your stubs without resetting them, because I've done that before and it's just like, delicious. Yes, the stubs, absolutely. Do not forget them. Do not forget them. They will bully you if you forget about them. But no, okay, so I want to work on some stuff for Malcora, of course. I also want to work on a little bit of stuff for the 7 tomes. That'll be really great. I have to make sure that there's not a I have to make sure that there's a button that removes articles from word count, because I'm going to be making a bunch of meta articles this month, specifically for my chapter, but also could be about anything really. WorldEmber! Do not apologize for the hype. Calixtus, you are more than welcome to come in here and yell. Yell about your excitement. Do the things. All right. How are you doing? Oh, I'm good. I'm great. It is time. It is WorldEmber time. We've been waiting for this day for... TJ knows better than most of us how many days we've been waiting for WorldEmber. Just how far apart are they from each other? Like 330 days? I don't know. I don't know how time works. What is it? You guys, look at this. She's live. Oh my gosh. It's here. Let's go. There we go. 10,000 words, 31 days. Thousands and prizes. It's 1,000 plus. Could be any number. Yeah, look. Oh my gosh, wait, hold on. Hold on. I'm very silly. Oh, we're gonna turn off this bubble here. We're not doing a timer right now. Billions! So many, but here I am sitting here like, yes, look at this, you guys, and I don't even have my screen shown. No, here we are. 10,000 words, 31 days. I wanted to sit down and look at these special category sponsors a little bit more, because I did not hear most of them while I was watching the stream. So we got some exciting things. I wanted to sponsor this year, but I did not have time for that. I most certainly did not have time for that. Hopefully next year I will return. It's like I still owe a certain someone some art from summer camp, so it did not feel right to sponsor something else before handling that. But I'm excited. I'm excited about that. Let's see, which I don't know, which of these am I actually going to be writing for? Like, I have a couple articles that we know specifically we're going to be working on. So what am I doing? Natural laws, I think. Ooh, custom digital picture. Conditions. I'll definitely be doing condition for Kato's challenge. What else? Species? What's under species? Because I know that's also a challenge I'm going to be doing. Ooh, full body character commission. There's so much going on. This is so good. This is so great. I sense something coming over the hills. What? No, WorldEmber's already here. We cannot have more things be coming here. But yeah, kind of nuts that they're doing the D20 at sea again. I thought they were going to do it for summer camp. And so I was surprised that didn't come up. But hey, winning a cruise in the dead of winter. Very good, very fun. Oh wait, I want to look at the dino coasters. Wait a minute. Wait, these are so cute. Wait, they're adorable. Well, the cruise isn't in winter. The cruise is in April? April? May? I don't know. I've already booked this cruise, so I'm already going. So if you win, you'll get to hang out with me. Mochi! Hello! Welcome! Oh, the ads. Oh my god. World Anvil, hello, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Everyone's light up the forge. Hello, how are you? Hi, everyone. I hope you're excited for WorldEmber. I'm excited for WorldEmber. I'm dressed for the part. I hope you all like my Guy Fieri sweater. Very important. Oh, hello. Thank you for sliding in. Welcome, Vibrant Worlds. I light up the forge. Anka Toy Poi with the sub. Thank you for supporting me for 6 whole months. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Hello. Hello, everyone. Oh, and for the follows, thank you so much. Watermelon Evie. Oh, I love that name. Light up the forge. So what are we doing today? What are we doing today? I am setting up some very great things.
I'm an early bird, and I'm a night owl.
Early bird has been claimed. I'm setting up my very first world primer today. So that's something to watch out for. I know you've been thank you for sliding in, everyone. Kicks down the door. Ah! Yeah, I know at the New York City meetup, I told Demetrius that I did not have a primer yet from Alcora, and he's like, what? Yeah, so we're gonna take care of that today, hopefully. Outrageous, I know. Oh no, it's wild. Writer Greg and Lana Crystal, thank you for following as well. Yes, no, it's absolutely outrageous, and I agree with you, and that's why we are handling it today, or, you know, over the course of the month. Morty girl, hello. Yeah, so we're gonna be setting up a bunch of articles that we're gonna be working on for WorldEmber. Hopefully we can put a dent in some of them, but more importantly today, I just want to focus on setting myself up for success. And so we're gonna set up some articles, we're gonna just like write some descriptions, some vague things, we're gonna reset the dates on our stubs. Everyone, I already said this to the people who were here before the raid, but if you have stubs that you're gonna be working out of during WorldEmber, reset their dates right now. Right now. Don't even start doing anything until you've reset those stubs. And competitor mode, of course. We have to keep reminding everyone, competitor mode exists. If you wish to compete, turn it on. Also, if you don't want to compete, if you explicitly don't want to, make sure it's turned off. So do whatever you need to do to have the best WorldEmber you can possibly have. Dream Cartographer starting a brand new world. Oh, that's amazing. Oh my gosh, everyone following. Thank you, Felix. Thank you, Curvash. Thank you, Bonus Action, for following. Oh my gosh, I think the notifications are just taking a while to kick in. All the shinies. Yeah, so I'm very excited. Very exciting. I don't know if we need to go over the rules. I think most of the people who know here. I'm gonna co-work with you here for a while. Yay, wonderful. And Tamatau, thank you as well for following. And Jontaro, hello. Alright, so the shinies. So we need to switch worlds real quick. We need to go to the correct one. We are going to gather the things that we need to do.
Refresh yourselves.
Oh, and the sippies begin. Thank you very much. You've said too many hellos. Oh. No, I absolutely. Your tea! Yes! Everyone, grab your sippies. This is a self-care stream right here. We believe in having your sippies, we believe in taking your breaks, and we believe in co-working with friends because it is a lot of fun. And so where do we begin? So we're gonna make an article. We're gonna do this thing where we're just not focusing on titles and things. So I'm just gonna say Malcora Primer because that is the purpose of this article right here. Do I do another sippy for all? Listen, as many sippies as you wish to bestow upon me, I will accept. I will accept, I will take them. I have an extra large mug today, so I shouldn't have to get up to refill it as often as I usually do.
Refresh yourselves.
Why, thank you. Don't be shy, I'm not. No, see, Katoipoi, what Katoipoi does is he waits for me to get up. He waits for me to get out of my chair, and then he hits the sippy button. Because then I have to scramble on back and take my sip. Alright, so here we go. We have the humble beginnings
Refresh yourselves.
of the Malcora Primer. This is where we begin. And so, okay, so I have a couple of articles that I have specifically on my list of things that I need to do. Let's go to my articles list. I can reference that in... Oh no, it's taking a while to load. We've broken the site already. How unfortunate would it be? So yes, I have a couple specific articles that I want to make. So World Primer, we've set that one up just now. I want to set up an intro to ley lines, because that is another important thing that we need to start focusing on. Yeah, imagine the Udens get in now. I mean, what better time for Udens to come in and chew on the little wires, right? What better opportunity do they have, really? Where am I trying to go? I wanted to go here. So, introduction to ley lines. Wonderful, wonderful. Leyline of Oblivion. Okay, so all of these, of course, I already have articles for. I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm just looking for something real quick. In my CSS. I don't... One of my challenges prior to WorldEmber should have been fixing my CSS in Malcora. But alas. Alas, I did not. The issue with it is not its appearance, but its organization. It is a disaster. It's unlabeled. It's kind of... it's kind of not great. Don't do CSS during WorldEmber. I know, I'm not going to. At least I'm going to try not to. I'm just turning off one tiny little thing because, yes. So I have all these articles here. So I have this little stub that I absolutely intend to work on during this month. I just needed to turn this header back on. Obviously it doesn't show up for any of you, but it was really disorienting to have this here while I was working on like this navigation panel and everything up here. How did you make the header on and off? It's in my CSS. It's It's just it's the # world-editor-bar, and I just display none when I'm just like hanging out and doing random stuff in my own world. Because you see, when it's here, it I guess it actually doesn't do it anymore. I think the way that I was originally setting up my header bar, like at the top of my world that you see here, it was getting in the way of things. And it was like changing up the margins and other things. So I just kind of was like, okay, we're gonna turn you off for now because other people don't see it anyway. I want to see my world the way that it's going to be seen by other people. And so yeah, I just turned it off for myself, but it seems like I don't actually need to. So I'll just leave it here. I guess I'll turn it off anytime I need to like show people my content. But yeah, we're not working on showing the content. We're just here to work on it. All right, so we need special actions, reset date. Leyline of Oblivion is reset. Very good. This article that I only have a quote for should also be well within. Yes, it is within stub range. Very good. Special actions, reset date. Pantheon of the New Age, completely empty article. I could have sworn I'd written stuff for this at one point, but it might have just been like something I wrote down in my notes. Or it's an old article that I deleted like 10,000 years ago. Now we reset these, reset all of them. Here's another little stub that I have. And so let's get this reset date. Cool. So everything that I planned to write about should already be set up. Should be ready for me to just jump on in, get some work done, do some stuff. So yes, there's our Malcora primer. I'm gonna refresh because the bar is not here. Edit this article. Okay, so the hardest part for me, I think, in setting up a primer for myself is how do I want to organize it? Because this isn't, I don't know, I feel like this might have actually been like a poor choice of article for like WorldEmber, purely for how much time I am going to spend on formatting. You know, any other article about any other thing, I can just like info dump. But that doesn't really help with a primer, in my opinion. Like, you want to keep things organized, you want to have it make sense. I can start with an info dump, of course, and then just kind of pick and choose how things go and where to shuffle them off to. Yeah, we'll see. We'll get there. If we look at... Oh gosh, I closed the article that I needed. Yeah, Janet said 10,000 words in edit. I know that's a smart thing to do. I know that's like... I know that's the right way to do this, to just like not stress yourself out. But I'm a stress elemental. That's my entire life. It's my existence. All I know is stressing myself out with the finer details. So we'll just have to see how it works out. No, I came here for a reason. Oh yes. Because like I do have this entire section here that's devoted to primer prepping. And I guess this is kind of why I turn off that bar at the top, because if I'm trying to stream my screen, it kind of cuts off a lot of my screen real estate. So I'll just get that out of here for now. But yes, my little primer prepping section. And I do have that little stress elemental, yeah, that's me. But yes, I have my little note up here for my account bullies. I'm giving all of my friends, you know, anyone here, permission to bully me just all throughout December. If you do not see me like making general progress on my primer every week. So, you know, when I say bully, of course I mean like some strong encouragement is really what I'm talking about here. But yes, the primer is my goal. Like that is my like #1 thing that I want to do. Yeah, I'll call it gently prod. There you go. 100%. So yes, Makora's primer. And so I have this kind of like primary objective. Primary. Yes, so I'm trying to focus on kind of like the in-world perspective. And so this primer that I'm going to write during WorldEmber isn't necessarily going to be like a gigantic overarching look at the world. It's going to be the understanding of the world from the perspective of like one person in my world, in like one little pin location. So the idea here is that this is kind of like this is a very scholarly kind of person, so they know a lot about the world, but naturally every world is going to have a lot of secrets, a lot of things that the average person is not going to know. So it should feel like you're essentially kind of like taking a leaf out of a textbook that someone is drafting right now. And that's kind of the idea behind this primer. So you're going to get introduced to this character, like where they are, what they do. Granny Hazard, hello! Hi, welcome. I hope you like my sweater, by the way. Isn't it beautiful? Just the Guy Fieri sweater. But yeah, so I'm trying to go with this in-world perspective. That's the whole idea. We'll be introduced to this character. We'll be introduced to where in the world you are, like where you've landed. And yeah, so imperfect narrator is kind of like the whole idea here. You'll get introduced to all the basic concepts of the world that anyone would really know if you've studied the world at all. And that's the vibe here. And yes, the sweater is directly from Flavortown. I think it says Flavortown on here somewhere. Probably. Somewhere on this sweater. But no, I love this sweater. It's one of my favorites. My mom hates it. My mom does not like when I wear this sweater. I've worn it to family events and they're like, take that off. Stop. But no, it fuels me. What is Flavortown? Oh gosh. Okay, so I think this is probably just an American thing, but there's a man known as Guy Fieri, and he did like a lot of cooking shows, a lot of shows on like Food Network, and he's so well known for being like loud and rambunctious. He's got like the frosted tips for the hair. He's got like these fiery shirts, and he's just it's so good. And Flavortown is where he takes all of us as we roll out looking for America's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives. Rad Christmas sweater, thank you. Thank you very much. And so my tagline for today's stream is, we are rolling out looking for Malcora's greatest powers, ley lines, and gods. And that is what we are doing today. I'm Christ Rider, it's nice to see you too. I hope you're having a good time. I hope your family's doing well. Yeah, I've seen him on Food Channel, heck yeah. He does food I would not eat. Yeah, no. Every Christmas Guy Fieri takes all the good people on a magical journey to Flavortown. It's true, that's why I'm trying to be the best noodle possible, so I can hitch a ride over to Flavortown. Huge hot dog things, a pile of stuff, yeah. Yeah, he goes to a lot of like dive bars, and so they get a little crazy with the foods. I don't know if I would eat them either, but it's cool, it's fun. I'd treat myself, maybe sometimes, to some gigantic piles of food. I think the only thing that stops me really is that I don't have that strong of an appetite. Like for one sitting. Treat yourself to some peppernoten. You won't regret it. Ooh, I'll have to see what that is. Ooh, cookie. A cookie-like. This seems like something I would like. I'll have to do more research and digging. I want Sachertorte, yeah. See, the issue that I have with having so many friends who live overseas is they keep telling me about all these delicious things that they eat, and we don't have those here. Or at least if we do, they're not as good, because they're not from the source. They don't make them quite the same way. They're different. And, provide you with a recipe? Oh my gosh, I would love that. No, I don't know where to start with WorldEmber. I don't know. It's like, I don't know where to start either. Like I have my articles like set up, the ones that I want to work on, but I'm actually very underprepared for WorldEmber compared to where I wanted to be at first. Because I had a lot of plans where I wanted to make a couple of maps actually, to kind of pair with my ley lines. And I still have that option because I have a map that I've been working on like kind of like on and off for a couple years. So I've kind of like just like mapped some directions of the ley lines. It's just not very it's very technical more than it is like an art piece. And so yeah. Are you me? Oh gosh. TJ, get out of my brain. All right. Yeah, I realized on stream I never actually went through all of the rest of my prep. So I'm gonna shout out some cool worlds real quick. Just, some of my faves. And so we got Yonderverse by Mochi. We got Melior by TJ. Got World of Wizards Peak by Katoipoi. Got Shattered by Katoblapon. Cathedrus by Stormbro. Vistheria by Sunny Bird Boy. Istralar by Hanhula. And Journals of Yesteryear, also by TJ. I know TJ's like on this list twice, but ever since TJ created Journals of Yesteryear, I'm like, oh my god, I'm in love. I'm a little bit of a fangirl, because I don't know. TJ's worlds are like the first ones that I ever saw when I like joined World Anvil, so I'm like, he's so cool. There's simply nothing else to say about it. It's just awesome. But yeah. And so yes, when you asked to join my chapter, I was like, oh no. Yeah, we can check in with my categories, my category system.
Refresh
So
yourselves.
I actually just recently touched it up. Oh, thank you. It seems like you need it. Ah. Listen, I'm inspired. That's all. But yeah, so we have this introduction category, which is kind of like going to be my main focus for WorldEmber, because I'm working on this primer and I'm working for the introduction to the ley lines. And so these are going to be like little articles that fill in this introduction category. So right now it's kind of empty. I don't really know that there's much in there. There's the Ancient Bloodlines article. That exists. That's in there right now. And so then we go down into the peoples, and there's three different flavors of human. The powers, the divinity, world spirit, and ley lines. These are the three like warring powers, like, warring in quotes. Two of them are warring, one of them is just natural and kind of gets in their way all the time. It's, he who funny. We got the places. We have one continent that we're working on so far, but I'd like to fill this out with a little bit more over time. And the compendiums is what I've added recently. And compendium is where I'm going to shove things like my herbarium, my bestiary, my just anything that qualifies as like a collection of articles of a certain type. That's going to go under my compendiums. Because I really don't want to deal with the hassle of like organizing species and other things based on like where they are and what regions they are. Because, they could exist in multiple regions. So like, so we're just not going to deal with that. We're going to shove them in the bestiary. And then we're going to have articles that are like, this is the bestiary of this region. And then you'll see all the articles that I've written just kind of put into those. So if there's any overlap, they can just kind of coexist naturally without me having to shove them into little boxes. That's always the hard part. Finding all the correct boxes when some of them share boxes is like, oh no. That's how you end up with like box and a half. I don't want to do that. I can't do that. And then there's the community category. I have my events and challenges and my patron halls for my supporters. I started off on Patreon and I'm moving over to Ko-fi. So if you want to support me in my world, you are more than welcome to go check me out on Ko-fi, if that is of interest to you. But the events and challenges category is actually kind of being migrated over to my meta world, so like my author world. But I like setting them all up in this world first. Because, this is where I'm going to be doing most of my stuff. My author world is more of like an archive and the collection of like where you can go see all this past stuff that I've been up to. It's like, this is where I live right now. This is my current thing, my big thing that I'm doing right now. So why not keep it here for now? And then when this article becomes less relevant, you know, past event, it'll get shoved on over to the author world for archiving and safekeeping. Of course, that does mean that there are certain CSS elements that I'll need to replicate. So that's the one downside to working with a system like that. Let's see. I remember when TJ overwhelmed me with his amazing game article for the prompt I was judging and blew all the competition out of the water. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's this thing that happens when you put all the people who are like really good at what they do, and so like the art, the CSS, the writing, the everything, and they're just like, when they decide to go hard, it's like, oh no, that is a, oh no. I don't know. I feel like it's been a very long time since I've like pushed to make like the most gorgeous, stunning, beautiful article ever. Because all of my writing for the past like several years has been like during WorldEmber and during summer camp. And during those two events, you know, we're just trying to finish, right? So a lot of the editing doesn't really happen for me. I don't make all the art that I want to, you know, all that kind of stuff. I keep getting put in categories at Stormville and men pushes like few others. Oh my gosh, I know. Oh man, and some of the articles that he made during summer camp too. I think Stormbrill and Han Hula both like they create such like large and in-depth articles in such a short span of time. Like, how do you do this? How does this happen? Like, I only wish that I had the time or the energy or the just sheer inspiration. Pure obsessive energy? That's fair. That's fair. I need to harness that energy. They're each 3 editors in a trench coat? Yeah, absolutely. You're no slouch yourself, Lionel. Thank you. I appreciate that. I want to make like extra shiny content. I've just not been able to for a while. Thank you. Yeah, massive prize sweep from both of them. Here, I make you toast yourself. Oh, honestly, here's to us. Here's to all of us doing our world building, doing our best. Everyone, gosh, like everyone in here. Like I've seen work from practically every person in this chat right now. Like you're all amazing. You're all awesome. I've seen awesome articles from every single one of you. It's just like this being in this community and just seeing all of this all the time, every single day. It's just there's no shortage of inspiration. There's no shortage of creativity. I'm so glad that I get to contribute to that, you know, with my own work and my own things. She's making me cry over here. Oh no, stop. Stop, I'll make myself cry too. Don't try me. Don't try me. You'll get me all mushy and then I'll start weeping. And we don't want to see me cry on stream again. Although there's no evidence of me sobbing on stream. Because I don't think that recording ever got posted. Yeah, and the at the Worldbuilding Awards. At the yeah. I don't think that recording ever made it the light of day, which on one hand is unfortunate because I would have liked to see the clips, but on the other hand, no one has to see this just kind of like crumbling. Yeah, it's nice to have a community that's so supportive too. Yeah, 100%. I know I want to go clip it. Well, that's the thing. Like the recording's not there. At least I don't know where it is. If it exists, like, you know, consider me corrected, but I don't know where to find it. Period. I don't think that the recording of the ceremony ever made it onto the like channel or anything. But I don't know. Because I think I tried poking around for it at one point and I just couldn't find it. But if you can clip it, you're more than welcome. Like, bless one of my friends, they got 2 clips like while I was going of the like of them announcing me. Should go clip your face from when Otto got killed? No! Otto, my heart, my sweet. I was so sad. Oh, you play with our hearts too much, Kitoy Boy. I was so ready to get Otto out of there, rescue him, take him home, give him the life he deserves. just happy, doing his own thing. But then I just see his head rolling on the floor. For the tragedy, I take a sip. Best at dying. Next time, roll better. I'm sorry. I got assaulted by so many crabs. The tiny little ones trying to snip at every surface of my body, and also the one that tried to cut me in half. It's just so much. There's just so much going on. It's tough out there. Okay, we're gonna work on a little bit of organization. Structure. Structure is the word. That is the word I was looking for. So we're just gonna put down some blocks and things, some headers. We're just gonna get started. Probably get some actual dinner. Great to see you. Have a happy WorldEmber. You too. You enjoy your dinner. Yes, absolutely. Everyone in here, go get yourself something to eat if you haven't already. Go grab something to drink. Just take care of yourselves, and you are more than welcome. Yeah, more than welcome to pop in and out of here as you please. You are welcome to lurk. You are welcome to chat. You are welcome to just hang out. I would love to see everyone getting some work done. Just realized that the structure for my first article puts me at nearly 1.5k. Heck yes. See, that's the goal. That's the dream. We are just trying to make some progress. We're trying to get some words in. I have a very, very simple goal for WorldEmber this year. Do not finish WorldEmber on the last day. like, that's it. I just have to hit 10k before the last day. Preferably before the last week. Because I think every single year for the past five WorldEmbers I've done. That's pretty awesome. That's an awesome number. But for the past 5 WorldEmbers that I have done, I have finished WorldEmber final day of the challenge. And it always comes with me pulling some wacky all-nighter. No, we can't do this. We can't. We can't be doing this. And you said, "Noms, my stomach grumbled to remind me I need a snack before therapy sesh. Lurk with some fruits and nuts." Oh, heck yes. Oh man, if I had fruits and nuts right now, I'd be so hype. Yeah, that's unhealthy. Don't do that. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to do. We're gonna make sure that we have some healthy goals. We're gonna work on setting everything up. We're gonna make sure that we have ideas for what we want to write about, and hopefully in the 1, 2, 3. Wait, do I have this open twice? I do. Okay, we don't need that open anymore. In the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 articles that I have planned, I'm hoping that I can get my 10k in all of those. I think that's perfectly doable. Perfectly reasonable. That'd be like minimum, 1,000 words per. Like plus some on top of that, of course. Anvil, thank you for following. Much appreciated. The first 50 words are down. Yay! We're getting a good start already. I wanna see just like where I'm starting baseline. Did I close the event page? Oh no. Aha, okay. Hold on, how do I see my progress page? Is there a link there somewhere? I was hoping there would be. Maybe on the dashboard? Community? Yeah, see your progress. I just want to see if it's counting any of my stubs like whatsoever. We'll see. It's all pros for me. Reno, hello, welcome. Welcome with the sip. So I'm just kind of making all of these say that they've been edited today. Okay, no, it's gonna... Oh, is there a minimum? Is it 50 words minimum per article for it to start counting? I think that's probably what it is. All right. Because I should be started off with like 200 words or so, just because of the stubs that I've started with. Because then we have 1, 2, 3. Well, we have 3 articles with like approximately 50 words. Yeah, 51. They just have to be larger than stubs. And public and published, of course. What are you all writing? I'm doing a gift wrapping spell. Oh, gift wrapping spell. I love that. Yeah, I know you're working on like magic and magical traditions for Magic Earth, and that's so awesome. So yes, practical magic. I think practical magic is such a delight. I love seeing it. I love seeing it in settings. And and it's really funny because Malcora is a world where practical magic isn't really going to exist, except in very like niche ways. It's like you happen to have a form of magic available to you that could be used for practical purpose, theoretically. Christmas, a spell to unbundle Christmas lights. That seems necessary. People doing that in real life, I think, is magic. I think that's a form of magic in itself. Okay, so just primer structure. This isn't. Yeah, so we're gonna start this primer article with like distinctly non-world buildy words, but it's okay because they're all going to be replaced. They're going to be like placeholders for like the next week-ish, if that. It's just for me to get an idea of how exactly I want to lay this out and where I want to take it from here. So include a scholarly quote about the world itself. Something that summarizes its magical qualities. So I think what I would like, actually, like I'm brainstorming more things for this character. Hold on, we'll say introduction to the narrator. I'm just gonna write that down real quick, just so I don't lose it. Introduction to the narrator. This is a scholar and cartographer hailing from the kingdom of Arsavella. They care deeply for this land, but have made it clear. That they have fled the region. That was a silly typo. They have fled the region due to recent upticks in hostility. And other powers. This introduces regional conflicts at play and shows that different regions and shows the different introduces the regional conflict at play, shows the different experiences one may have in one region versus another. And so that's my working idea right now for this character, that it's going to be the narrator. And that's a good start, I think. I'm wondering how I might want to introduce the character. Maybe do I want... Like, I'll probably want to make an article for the character. And this would be someone that you could, like, if you were to adventure in this world, like, you could find this person, you could run into them, and they could teach you things about the world. Or maybe when you encounter them, you think they're super smart, but then in your adventures, like, they lead you to some place with, like, turbo scholars who know, like, actually everything about the world. That's amazing. I'd love that. I would love that. You're doing good? That's great. Awesome. I hope everyone's having a good time. I hope everyone is having a wonderful December. Mom's making beans at the moment. We'll be making muffins. Ooh! Wait, what kind of muffins? What kind of muffins are you making? 'Cause oh man, I am a sucker for a good muffin. Banana nut muffins are my favorite. Like, I would kill for them. I would give so much for a banana nut muffin. Blueberry ones are also good. Honestly, any muffin. Strawberry, blueberry, walnut. Ooh. That sounds so good. That's such a good combo, too. And yeah, I did just say blueberry muffins are really good. So, bless.
Refresh yourselves.
Thanks for the sip. Many, many thanks. Oh, chocolate bourbon walnut pie. Ooh, that also sounds really good. Introduction to the narrator. It's sippy, just because it's my option just now. Heck yeah. I get a water muffin. Yeah, there you go. You know, I think that exists in Neopets. A water muffin. I'm sorry, I'm like on a Neopets craze recently. I haven't really posted about it a lot recently, but if you're in my server, there's like there's a little forum specifically for talking about Neopets, and it's just like a wall of me talking about random stuff, random updates, random things that I've gotten. And it's just really great. Okay, okay. Yes, there's a water muffin in Neopets. Yes, good. Have the Neopets overtaken Baldur's Gate 3? No, I wouldn't say overtaken. But I do, in fact, play Neopets every day. I'll make a real water muffin, have liquid thickener stuff. Yeah. I, like, people make those, like, kind of like the edible water bottles where it's, like, water encased in, like, a film. You just, like, pop it in your mouth. You make that in, like, a muffin shape. I feel like that'd be really funny. I feel like that'd be really difficult to even attempt to eat properly. Even holding it, I feel like would be just like a really hard time. Haven't been to the Neopet site in ages. It's alive. It certainly is alive, and I think that they're currently working on making a lot of things better about it. Like, fixing the very obvious and glaring issues that have come up ever since the death of Flash. But yeah. No, the Neopets economy is in shambles right now. If we want to take a minute to just like sit and talk about that. The Neopets economy is in shambles. It is shooketh. The Neopets team is just releasing super expensive items just left and right for free. For like quest rewards, for like all kinds of things. Like these are items that people were selling for like 100 million Neo points. Like it's absolutely absurd, and they're just like, here you guys, have them. Go nuts. I'm like, bless. I'm a collector of items, and so one of my favorite items that I always wanted to get just did that. They just released it for Halloween. And so I'm like, oh, this like 25 million Neopoint item. I just got it for 8,000 Neopoints. Love it. It's so good. Had to run off near the end of the stream, left my browser open. Look who it is. Hi. Hi ECC Books, welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Are you excited for the world embering? Right now we're a little sidetracked. We're talking about Neopets. But it's just how it goes. But yeah, my favorite, I'm a plushie collector. Like just so it's clear. Definitely not in real world too. But yeah, they released the Darkest Fairy plushie that I'd wanted since I was like a small child. And I got it. I got it for extremely cheap. Yeah, I'm just really excited about that. And so yeah, they're just doing that left and right with all kinds of items. Items once worth millions of Neopoints. They're just like throwing them at people. It's great. It's fun. I'm very excited for the WorldEmber. Yes. Yay for plushies. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. They're so good and squishable. I had to collect them in virtual space too. So I'm gonna let everybody in on a little secret here, just between me and like the 29 of you that Twitch is showing me I have, I'm working on a new world for next year. Secrets. I mean, some of you already know about it. I can't keep my mouth shut that much. But the general public will know. I'm working on a world for next year. And so all this talk about plushies, like I'm gonna have to make like 10,000 billion plushie items for this world. Because this world is going to be all about items and crafting. And so this is my opportunity to just have a world where I can just go nuts and draw a whole bunch of items, draw a whole bunch of things and little bits and knickknacks and doodads and all kinds of stuff. And just seeing the Pokemon plushies, yeah, I love them. I got Big Torchic, I got Little Torchic. Like, don't talk to me or my son's son ever again. We got Pepe from WoW. We got this little kiwi bird. We got, Togedemaru. That's the name, right? From, I hope I said that right, oh my god. No, that's a completely different Pokemon. Jesus Christ, oh my god, I forget Pokemon names. Dedenne, that's the one. Dedenne from Pokemon, there we go. That's the one. I'm really good at Pokemon names. It's all the Pikachus look the same to me at this point. There's so many of them. I got a Gengar plushie today. I love Gengar. Gengar is such a plushiable Pokemon. Honestly. Just like the shape is just huggable, you know? Oh, the same way that, oh man, I wish I had the picture. My boyfriend took the picture of me like last weekend. But I found a gigantic, like ginormous Piplup plushie at the store. And I just hugged it. It was so good. Almost got a Snorlax plushie? Oh my god. Oh, okay, so you know how people have like those gigantic beanbags in their house? Like my partner has one. I know Grinning Hazard has like the love sacks. Partner with Grinning Hazard, by the way, love sack. Do it, please. Like those gigantic beanbags that you can just have in your house. I would love that as like a Snorlax. I would love a gigantic Snorlax beanbag that I can just like live in. I can just sleep on top of it and just get all cozy. That'd be so good. That'd be so great. It's like 3 feet. Just gigantic plushies are so great. I would have some giant ones, but I'm also kind of trying to keep my life a little bit on the minimalist side. So I'm trying to like own as few things as possible, but like, of course have a collection of things that bring me joy. So I have a bookshelf here that's just covered in things that I love. I have a bookshelf like over yonder, like behind my computer setup, also filled with things that bring me joy. It's a lot of books. It's a lot of books. It's a lot of figurines. It's a lot of other little things. Oh, and I can show you guys this little guy. I doubt that it'll be possible to like really see it. Hold on. I'll make myself big. It's a little stingray. Isn't he precious? I love him. Little sea pancake. Little sea flap flap. And on the bottom, let's see, you got the little smiley face. He's a cutie. I got him at the like the Aquarium of the Pacific, I believe it was, in Los Angeles. Back when I went to the D20 at Sea cruise with Janet and Dimmy last year. It's like I don't know, I'm still absolutely massively shooketh by the fact that I won the cruise last year during summer camp. And so I'm so hyped that someone else is going to have that joy this year, you know? And like I'm not worried about winning it because I already bought tickets for the next one, so oopsie. So I'm already going. So I'm so excited that someone else is going to like get this opportunity because it was so much fun. It was so great. Well, Lurk, thank you for the lurk. Yeah, D20 at sea, it's really great. I just really love telling people that I went on a cruise and I came out like probably paler than I was before because I stayed in a basement of a cruise ship playing D&D all day.
Refresh yourselves.
Well, thank you. If you win it again, you can choose who to gift it to. That's true. That's fair. I'll just get some of my homies in on this. It's like, hey, who wants to come on a cruise with us? We can go play Dungeons and Dragons. True cruise experience, avoid the sun, bet on the water. Yeah, I mean, no, the whole cruise experience, just hanging out, doing cruise stuff, having some drinks, having some sippies, but just not spending a single moment outside in the sun, but instead rolling dice in the basement. Very good. Very good. I just really hope that whoever our guest DM is that like we get to play with, like for this coming cruise, gives me kind of like a similar experience that I got with Alexander Jeanneret, who was our DM for that group. Oh my god, like I made like a TikTok about this like kind of after I got home from the cruise. But this was like I'm a very like D&D anxious player. Like I don't say much because I never know what to say. And so that's just like I have that struggle. It's really bad. But he like our DM made it like so easy to like jump into action, like always asking us like, hey, what do you want to do here? Like what are you thinking about? What are you trying to accomplish here? And like just really moving things along in a way that made everybody at the table feel included and comfortable and just like really playing into our individual strengths, like really keeping those in his brain and just like bringing it out for us. And it's like, oh my god, like you did all of this work and all this effort for like a one shot that we played for like 4 days. It's so good. And like I left that table feeling like I did cool stuff. I felt really important and awesome. And like that was true for everybody there. And that was really great. And so they know how to pick them. They know how to pick the DMs on this cruise. And yeah, I'd love to go someday. Well, I'm excited because like we're gonna see you, right? Like when we go down there for this cruise. We're gonna have a little Epcot adventure, maybe? Theoretically, possibly. I'm joining a campaign in the new year, both terrified and excited. I played a handful of one-shots before, but I've watched a bunch of live plays. Heck yes. Yeah, I've never been Kid Toy Poi, so we're gonna need a little tour. We're gonna need a little explanation of what's out there and what to expect, and also how to get around. But yeah, I would love to have this little adventure. We'll need to work some things out, like the logistics and prices and all that kind of stuff. But I'm so down for this adventure. Yeah, I want to watch more live plays. Like that's something I want to do. It's like I watched a lot of Critical Role, like a lot. But there was like one very very intense, like I'm talking 16 hours a day minimum of like watching like back episodes, catching up. Just like during some summer. But then I like took a very long hiatus, so a lot of episodes have built up in between, obviously. So I'm like not caught up by any means, but I used to watch a lot of it. Like the live play I really want to watch is the Baldur's Gate 3 cast playing their characters. I've seen like little clips and things from TikTok and just like it's so much fun. And I love seeing that little scene at the beginning where what's her name? Jen plays Shadowheart. She's like, guidance. We have that now. And it's really funny how ever since we started playing Baldur's Gate 3, like, you know, we as a collective like gamerverse, how ever since we started playing that game, I've seen in every single D&D game that I've played, everyone's like, oh, I use guidance. I'm gonna help you out. I use guidance. Like I never saw that before. I've never seen people being so like adamant about using this skill. But we use it for every single role that we make in Baldur's Gate 3, so now it's like embedded in people's brains that like we do this and we use this. So it's really funny to see how games like that just like influence us. Yeah, and the entire cast just brings me so much joy. A couple of my players do so many BG3isms. Yeah, I figured they would. It's just like I don't know. I learned a lot about D&D mechanics from playing Baldur's Gate 3. Like I'm not a very mechanically oriented person in general. Like I kind of don't like I'll pick up on rules, obviously. Like I'll know how to play a game, but I don't know how to like play the game, you know? And so a lot of little rules I wasn't aware of before, or like things that you can do, things that are options. I'm like, oh, I see. Like this is a thing that I can do. This is a thing that I've watched other people do. I just didn't really get how they were doing it, you know. Well, we'll go back to this because I was just showing you guys my little guy. I wish I could play Baldur's Gate 3, but I'll get addicted and stop going to work. Listen, I just if you're able, just take a couple days off. That'll be great. And I watched a DM on YouTube say it was a great way to introduce new players to how D&D works. Yeah, like I absolutely feel the same way. But yeah, like I'll also always say I was so disoriented coming into Baldur's Gate 3 after playing so much of Divinity. Because the game feels so similar. Like it's so similar in so many ways. But the system is completely different. Everything is totally different. So I was thinking after I finish my Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough on stream, I'll do a Divinity Original Sin 2 playthrough afterwards. And we'll see, because I have never finished that game either. I've put like 300 hours into Divinity Original Sin 2. Never finished it. Never once finished it. I just keep, because every time I pick up the game again, like, you know, I'll play for a long ass time. I'll get into like Act 2, I'll do some stuff, and then I put the game down and I just don't play it for a few months. And then I come back to the game, I'm like, huh, I kind of want to start new characters and try this again. And so every single time I'll pick up the game again, I'll make new characters, rip through Fort Joy. Just, I know where every single thing is, I know where every single item is, every single encounter, I'll just rip right through it. And then I get back into Act 2 and I'm like, all right, that was a really good like amount of game time. We'll come back to this like tomorrow or next week or whenever it is that I'm available again. And then I just don't. And then a couple months later, I'm like, oh, I want to play Divinity again. Welcome to Fort Joy. Honestly, how can I not? Like, I don't know. I love the experience because the soundtrack for Divinity is just like amazing. Like, we think that the Baldur's Gate 3 soundtrack goes hard. If you have not experienced Divinity Original 2's soundtrack, you need to experience Divinity Original Sin 2's soundtrack. I'm telling you right now. Sometimes when I let my playlist go while I'm streaming, it'll just like start playing songs from there because it's very similar to like the playlist that I have. And so like when we reach the end of my playlist, it'll just like start grabbing random stuff. And it just starts playing like the Fort Joy theme, and I'm like, oh, I want to play this game again so bad. And yeah, Act 2 is so big too, so when you get back to it, you never finish it. Exactly. I do like a chunk of things that you can do, and then I'm just like, okay, cool. Great session, awesome work. There we go. Nothing's even close to Weeping Dawn and Raphael's final act from BG3. Yeah, I haven't reached that yet. I know it's there, and I've heard the song, and I'm like, damn, this is cool. But I haven't reached it myself, so hopefully soon I'll get to experience it. Losa Sing for me. I love that song. I love Losa as a character. Like, she's so good. I think the last time I tried playing Divinity, I was doing a Losa origin run. And like, oh, she's, in like the most affectionate way possible, she is so fucked up. I love it. There's something wrong with that woman, and she knows it, and she's like, that ain't good. Like, this probably isn't good. But you know, we're doing it, we're out there. we'll do a little bit of work, because I guess that's what we're here for. But yeah, no, I have so much love for this game, for Divinity, and so I have a lot of love for Baldur's Gate 3 as well, because like it's another stunning, fantastic game from a studio that made an amazing game as well. And have you finished BG3? No, I have not. I have not indeed. Thanks for the fun. Go put on some music, because that sounds my writing best. Absolutely, you have fun. Thank you for stopping in. It was so nice to see you in here. And have an amazeballs, WorldEmber. You too. You too. You are always welcome back. We'll be doing this again tomorrow. So anyone who's like, you know, dipping out or just lurking, like, you are more than welcome to come back tomorrow. We're going to be doing more world building, more writing. How close are you in the city already? I am in the lower city. I'm in the lower city, and so I'm currently dealing with the remaining 2 big bads. So we'll see how that goes. I'll be playing more on Sunday. So my little stream schedule for this weekend is today, of course, we're doing some world building. Tomorrow we're going to continue our world building adventures, and on Sunday we are going to go back into Baldur's Gate 3. We're going to see how much more progress we can make. We are trying, like, I'm trying my best to have like a good run. So like I'm trying not to kill anybody that I don't need to kill. Really trying to work my way around things. I did have to kill some guards, unfortunately, because I got a little bit too silly. But that was self-defense. I did not think that they were going to attack me, but you know, I couldn't get away, so they had to die. But yeah, so that's our little adventure right now. And we're gonna do our best. We're gonna try to win it. We're gonna try to do some. We're just gonna try to survive. And we're gonna kiss our wizard boyfriend, because that's just how it goes. And we're gonna make sure that he doesn't blow himself up, because I want a happily ever after, okay? Well, happily ever after. Me and my wizard husband, we're gonna live together with our cat Tara, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. He's not gonna blow up. We're gonna have a good ending, okay? Alright, so here we are working on this structure for our Malcora primer. When I'm playing a sorcerer, out of curiosity, how's the combo of streaming world building and sometimes games working out for you? Considering all sorts of options for making money during layoffs, streaming more is one of them, including maybe streaming a game or 2. I mean, I think it's working pretty well for me. As far as like income from streaming, like streaming isn't really like a big financial like support for me. I was a wild magic sorcerer, aka the only real sorcerer. Can I come right while you're on Sunday? Of course. Like, you are more than welcome to come in here and hang out and do whatever it is you wish while I'm like, it doesn't really matter what I'm doing. If you want to come in here and write, absolutely. Just come in and do that. This is our little cozy space for us to just do what we need to do. Do what we need to do, hang out. But we're draconic. I am a draconic sorcerer. Yeah, think about all sorts of stuff that might add up. Yeah, well, absolutely. I think as a streamer, you can come on and do whatever it is that you want, as long as you're true to like yourself about like the things that you like, the things that you want to do. If you are someone like me who loves world building and you also love games, do both of those things on stream and it'll be fine. Like, you know, rally your community of also fellow nerds who like to do both of those things. Maybe some of those nerds like one of those things more than the other thing. But as long as you are having fun, there are going to be people who are like there with you to like hang out with you while you're having fun and having a good time. So just whatever it is that you end up doing on your streams, just have a good time. Enjoy yourself. Do the things that you love, show your enthusiasm, and the people who are also enthusiastic about these things, like they're gonna be happy to be there, you know? Yeah, like I think that my world building streams are a little bit more rambunctious, a little more active in terms of like chatters and viewers, because that's kind of just like the niche that I'm like most prominent in. Like, I'm not known for my gaming, you know? So people aren't going to come in here and be like, oh, the great Strix line is doing some games today. Gotta see what they're up to. But my friends will pop in and they'll be like, yeah, let's just hang out with Strix today. But for world building, I'm a little bit more like of a, I guess, community figure at this point. So, you know, people want to come world build. I know some things. I can offer some advice. More random people are likely to just kind of wander in those cases. But no matter what, I'm just doing the things that I like. And I'm sharing it with you guys. I'm giving you a space to do those things with me. Alright. I need to introduce the kingdom. I think that'll be like the next section. Kingdom of Arcella. Kingdom of Arcella is one of the longest. The longest surviving. No. Yeah, Kingdom of Arcella is one of the most. It's one of the oldest kingdoms of Malcora, having been largely unchanged. Natural forces of the world. Having been largely unchanged by the natural forces of the world, which are known to ravage other parts of the world on a regular, cyclic basis. So I need to figure out more of how I want to introduce this area of the world. Yeah, I don't know. So they mean to flee the region. Because I think it would make a lot more sense if I found, if I'm trying to make Arcella like the starting region of this world, I want this to be like a book that they find in that region, you know? So having the narrator have already fled kind of makes a little bit less sense in my opinion. But you could open up some opportunities to maybe help this this narrator flee, you know, if some adventures come through here. So you may find this person, they might give you like a history lesson on the world and what they know of it. And in exchange for all this information, you help them and get the hell out of here. I think that's a good way to go about this. So that opens up a little plot opportunity for us. You know, what if I, oh my gosh, what if I wrote that plot out and I could like submit a plot article for a special category? I don't know. I feel like that's not one that I usually do. Cause I did a plot article for Adventure April not this past year, it's still this current year. But yeah, for Adventure April this year, I did write a little plot article, and I would love to refine that more and like touch it up more. Just the adventure, all the lore surrounding that adventure isn't fully written out yet. I actually decided on a lot of the lore for that region while I was making that plot happen. And so it's fun, it's exciting that I can take this. You can take the unknown and just make it known by saying, okay, well, I need this detail in order to make this thing work. So let's take this detail. Let's make it work. Let's write about this thing. Make sure that it fits in. And unfortunately, as is the nature of writing, you write one thing, it contradicts the thing that you already wrote, and now you have to go back and rewrite a bunch of things. Because you like this new thing a lot more. And that on like a huge scale is what's happening with Malcora. Over the years, my world has changed in scope like a great deal. Like hugely. Um for the better in my opinion. Like I have like a much clearer vision of what I want it to be now. I think that was the issue originally. It's like I knew I wanted a world. I knew I wanted like a fantasy thing going on. I just didn't have like a clear vision for what I wanted that to be. But now it's like it's honing in and I'm writing things. I'm like, okay, so this horrifically contradicts so much of what I wrote in the past. So we're gonna rein it all in. We're gonna start small. And my idea now is I'm going to be starting like I'm going to be writing my way out from the Kingdom of Arsavella. That's an article that I made last year during WorldEmber. Um, and so from this region, we're going to start writing outward. With this new vision, anything that I already have existing as an article, if it already exists, I'll rewrite it. If it doesn't exist, I will add it. And hopefully, at some point, we'll just start branching out enough that we have at least like a cohesive half of a continent where everything kind of like makes sense. It's like largely the important things are described. The important things that actually matter, like to someone who's actually trying to navigate this world and like learn more about it, those things will all be in place for you to find, for you to experience and read it all. And that's my dream. That's my goal. Cause like I have a lot of content in Malcora and like a lot of it's like really good, but it kind of jumps around a little bit too much. You don't get the details on the grand scale of things. And I want the grand scale details to be available. I want people to know how the world works. I feel like I drop a lot of hints about it in different places, but I'll remind people to update their community signature. Did it because I still had summer camp in it. Oh yes, absolutely, 100%. Go update your signatures. I actually had to do that recently because I changed my world URL. Like I took my username out of it, and I still had a link in my signature that still had the old URL, so it was broken. So go fix your things, everybody. Go do the thing. Yes, all right. But the kingdom. Okay. Discuss the monarchy. Check the region. Age. To the modern day. From the nameless age, the modern day, to their fall at the hands of the bastard yet. Now rules over under the authority. I can't think about the word authority without thinking of the without thinking about the narrator from Baldur's Gate 3 anymore. It's so good. Under the authority of God Atreus. I wish I could mimic her voice. About to take voice lessons just so I can do an impression of the Baldur's Gate narrator. I don't know, I want to just walk up to people and just like randomly slip the word into conversation. Just authority. Just beautiful. I just love the way it sounds. So if we introduce the narrator, we introduce the kingdom. These are little step-by-step process. So we definitely want introduction to magic. It's like, do we want to work our way from the grand to the small in this, or do we want to go kind of small to big? Because right now I have a very small to big, like introduction to the narrator, like this is who I am, this is where I live, here's what's going on where I live. I kind of expand outward. I think because this is kind of like a personal account, it makes sense for it to go that way. You know, you kind of like introduce yourself, like, you know, this is who I am. This is what I'm. Like, these are my qualifications. This is what I'm writing about. Oh, and Cedra Hanet, what we are talking about. What we are talking about is. Well, I'll just see where I can find it. In the community signature that we are talking about is. Wait, no, that doesn't pop up here. What am I doing? Oh no. I think I only heard one time where the Baldur's Gate 3 narrator said authority normally. It comes up like every time you have the option to use your parasite, to like do something. What are you writing at the moment on stream? Trying to tell by article type, but can't tell. I'm writing out a world primer for Malcora. And so, like, that is just one thing that I feel like I've been lacking for a very long time. Or like, I don't feel like I've been lacking, I simply have been. But just real quick, because I just need to summon a community signature real quick. Right here, like you see, every time you leave a comment, like you have this signature at the bottom. Like this appears under all of my comments every time I leave one. If you have one of these set for yourself, make sure any links in there are updated. Make sure anything that you're calling out right here, just make sure it's up to date. Make sure it's all good. Cause yeah, yeah, mine is pretty season agnostic. It's just my world link, and it's just a reminder that the feral will return in summer camp. But yeah, it's the community signature is really useful if you're like leaving comments on a lot of things and you just kind of want to direct people to your world. Just say like, this is who I am. This is what I do around here. But yeah, not everyone uses it. Not everyone needs to. I'm sorry to be a newbie. Well, what is a world primer? Is that like a world meta? Yeah, it's very similar to a world meta, but it's more of like it's a more like prosaic look at your world. Where the meta is like you're answering a lot of questions about kind of like your thought process, your like world building thoughts and ideas and concepts. A world primer is like introducing a reader or like a player to the world in a way that like really summarizes all the important points. I want to see if I can find some good examples of primers. I know I have just like a collection somewhere. Somewhere. I know I do. Let's see, hold on. Yes, I absolutely do. Let's see, who's number one on my list right now? I don't know, I have Knee's article right here. So yeah, here's an example of a primer for your world. And so like, you know, this is Knee's guide to Solaris. And so like, you know, where are we? This is like what's in here, like what's going on, like introduce like the current events and just like where do I start? It's like it's how to get a person, like a player or a reader, into your world, like their introduction. And like these are things that you want them to know. It talks only about like what's going on in the world, introducing you to like the people, the places, the things. Where a meta is like a lot more involved, answering kind of like out of character questions is like the best way I can describe it. Like introducing your world on a more meta level. But a primer just puts you into the world and just like shows you what's going on. Let's see, here's another one. Introduction to the web. We got some themes. We got some other things. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm trying to set myself up a primer for my world. That so the goal is for new readers and new players to enter into the kingdom of Arsavella, and that's kind of their starting zone. And so I'm putting together an article that introduces the narrator who's telling them about this. So introducing the narrator, introducing where they're from, and introducing the world at large from like the scope of what they know as a scholar about the rest of the world. So this is the kind of stuff that you'll learn as a character if you're studying the world from this location. Here's what you'll know, here's what you'll learn. And so the goal here is you'll learn a lot about the world. You'll kind of have a decent understanding of how it functions, but there will be a lot of secrets and things that will be kind of like left unturned because even the narrator hasn't experienced all of it. So we just need to figure out how to lay this out, how to make it work, how to make it right. Yeah. Introduction. So we have the introduction to the narrator, introduction to the kingdom, introduction to magic. Man, I don't know where to begin. I feel like we need to talk about the magic system first before we start talking about other places in the world. Because I think that this narrator would at the very least know from their studies, from their understanding of the world, how magic affects the world. So they would know that it exists, they would know that it affects the lands. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I feel like it'd also be really fun to have a primer that is hyper specifically what a character would know if they were just some random person living in Arsavella. So like they don't have access to this like history book that I'm kind of like outlining right now in this primer. If you're just some random guy, how much would you know? And just seeing the difference between a random person's knowledge about the world and this like more scholarly look at it, and then furthermore comparing it to what's actually true about the world, just seeing like the gaps in knowledge. That'd be really sick. Because a lot of people in this region of the world don't know anything about magic whatsoever. They don't even know that it like affects the world. They might know that like it exists and they might think of it as like, oh, you do little magic tricks, really cool. No, it's not like that at all. It's arguably way worse. But they don't know that. They don't know that. They would treat magic as like superstitions and like they would know what acts of faith are. They would know what the gods are and what they do. That's a very, very different form of magic in this world. I need to actually write this stuff instead of having it all in my brain. I need to figure it all out. I'm really glad all of you could join me for this little adventure. It's gonna be me rambling about random things and trying to figure out how to format them and how to put them actually into this article. Okay, so we'll introduce... Oh, okay, no, it makes sense that the kingdom would flow into the discussion of magic because there would probably be the discussion of like, hey, yeah, this place is largely unchanged by natural forces of the world. And then, so in this following section, we're talking about those natural forces of the world that don't affect the kingdom, but do affect a lot of the rest of the world. So I think that actually makes sense. And then we can narrow it back down to the different regions as we go through and look at each and every one of them and be like, so this is what's happening here. And it's happening because of this magic from this ley line. And so they don't know everything about what's going on here, but they know like, oh, so like this is a brief description of what we know about what this place is like. Go nuts. Okay, so just gonna jot that down. Introduction to magic follows that. How did you come up with the Seek a New Dawn catchphrase? Oh man, that's such a good question. So the premise of Malcora is that it was in a state of like rapid, horrific decline, like caked in darkness, specifically like the magical kind. The ley line of oblivion was like eating up the entire world and every ounce of magic that it had in it, and it was growing far too powerful. And it was essentially going to cause the death of the world. And it's only after the intervention of certain heroes, with the help of a goddess who returned to this world after the gods had all abandoned it. Still up for debate whether or not she is returning or if she is finding it for herself for the first time. But this goddess found this world, saw the spark of life in people, and was like, they shouldn't die to this. Like, there's no way. And so essentially, she pulled them from oblivion with their help, of course. Like, she couldn't do it by herself. The people had to put in a lot of work. But in doing so, they saw a new dawn for the first time in probably centuries. And so seeking a new dawn is kind of like the catchphrase of like, there is a lot of horrific, horrible shit that's going to happen in this world. But there's always a new dawn on the horizon. We have pulled through a lot of horrible things in this world, and we will continue to do so. So we'll seek a new dawn, despite the horrors that stand in our way. And that's kind of where my catchphrase came up for Malcora. That's where my catchphrase came from for Malcora. So we seek a new dawn. I don't know. I like having the short little catchphrases like that for things. It's just, I don't know, it's fun. It's fun. I like it. It's also fun for like marketing. I could make like little graphics and things for it. I would love to be one of those people who makes like a ton of fancy, like nice graphics for their world, like, you know, the headers, the banners, the everything. And I think I'll make that one of my goals for next year. I'll absolutely try to make that one of my goals for next year. So for events, I'll have little banners and little graphics and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, finding like a short catchphrase is so hard. Cause like the whole point of a catchphrase is that it needs to be concise. Like it can't go on for too long or else people lose it. But it also has to really like describe your world in a faithful way. Or like whatever it is that you're describing, whatever the catchphrase is for. It has to be like really accurate, like it has to make sense, and it has to be concise. And so those two things together, marketing's hard. No one in this chat, if you're doing marketing for yourself or for anything else, if you're having a hard time, don't feel bad about it. Like, do not feel bad about that. Marketing is hard. It makes people pull their hair out every single day. So any amount that you're able to do, just like, especially if you're on your own and you don't have marketing experience, oh my god. Like I tip my hat to you. You are doing absolutely wild work. My honey came up with a couple. Ooh, they're throwaway things from conversations with him. Heck yeah. Yeah, I will say sometimes like the best way to come up with catchphrases like that are to just have conversations with people. Cause like the back and forth of like going on with someone in a conversation, absolutely wild things can pop up in those conversations. Ideas that like you really didn't consider, really didn't think about before. It's like, you know, a secondary perspective goes a very, very long way. I'm distracted by the song that's playing right now. For a second I was like, oh, this kind of sounds like something I heard in Baldur's Gate. But I don't think this is from it. It's just very nice. Oh, I love this. This is so nice. add this to a playlist. Okay. Okay. Anyway, back to doing things. We're here to be productive. We're here to do stuff. We're here to be ultra powerful beings of creation and word writing. So, introduction to magic. Introduction to regions of the world. I'll make the short. Introduction to the world. In this section, discuss the ley lines, the gods, and the powers that be. Not sure if they would know about the primals at all in Arsavella. My cat is demanding attention, as is their right. You give that cat some attention. You give that cat tons of kisses and smooches from me. Because as much as I love shoving my face into cats, I should stop doing so. I left my friend's house last night. They have 3 cats. I touched all of them. I hugged one of them. All good things. I love doing these things, but you know, I got in my car afterwards and I just started sneezing all my way home. It's a challenge, you know? Am I gonna stop hugging the cats? No. God, no. Why would I? All the building prompt was confined within my mind. Now time to strike fingers to keyboard. Best of luck to you. You get that work done. You get that writing in. This section discusses ley lines, the gods, the powers that be. Not sure if they would know about primals at all in Arsavella. The ways that they affect the world at large. You're allergic to cats? I am allergic to cats. Not like heavily. Like I'm not going to suffer if I'm in the presence of cats. But I do get like sneezy and sniffly. So it's unfortunate, but you know, I just take some allergy medication and it's fine. Like there was a point where I owned 2 cats. I love them dearly. I just took some allergy pills and it was fine. It was fine. It was all good. I would love to have cats again someday. It'd be really nice. Oh, and he's had enough. Jump from my lap. Good. The affection quota was reached. And so we're all ready. We're all good. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna do some headers. Here's a little fun fact for anyone who didn't know this. You can put things into headers by hitting like Control 1, Control 2, Control, 3 and 4. I think it only goes up to 4. Yeah, it only goes up to Control 4. But yeah, you can. I've learned some excellent keybinds actually. Because of course I'm talking about the headers, but you can also make containers, which is pretty sick. Just look at this. Yeah, container and section shortcuts are a lifesaver. Absolutely. You hit Control Shift C, bam, the containers out here. Control Shift S, section, easy peasy. I only learned about these very recently, and so now I use them on a regular basis, and they make my life so much better. Life is just not as difficult anymore. People must be really starved for WorldEmber articles. Gift wrapping spell already has 6 likes. Ah, that's so good. Cool. So I'm just gonna make a section here. This article is starting out is a framework for a world primer, and will have its placeholder removed throughout the event. If you have suggestions for more sections you want to see, let me know in the comments. Will I get notification when submission is made to the prompt I judge, or do I need to set some gadget or widget? No, you don't get any notifications or anything, but you'll be able to, let's see. Oh no. Take me to the page, please. You'll be able to go to the page and click the little list all entries button, and you'll just be able to see the things that people have submitted for the special category of your choosing. So you're just going to see all of this. So yeah, I don't know if there's going to be, like, if you can make a widget for something like that, that'd be cool. But I would say the best way is to just go look at all the entries. Like, has anyone submitted anything? Oh, see, there's already a character in special, in this special category. So yeah, you'll click on the button that says list all entries. And there you go, you're off to the races. You'll be having a good time. Yes, yes, yes. I'm just looking at some stuff. Someone pinged me somewhere, so I'm like trying to trying to track it down right now. Oh my gosh, where is it? Aha, it is located. Okay. Okay, it has been located. Cool, cool. So let's get back to wherever we are. I just need to go. I'm gonna refresh this page. I already have 2 entries in orgs. People are already busy. Yeah, I mean, people have been like chomping at the bit for WorldEmber for ages now. Like from the moment that homework is released, people are like, give me the event, please. It's like, let me get in here already. So I'm gonna make this public and published, just so it exists. Writing just pure sass. Oh my god, I love it. So I just want to go to navigation. No, we're not going to I'm not gonna worry too much about it. But yeah, so this is kind of like what we've got going on for now. So far. I still need to write out like these 2 little sections here for a little bit more clarification. But placeholder title, and I have this little note here. This article is starting out as a framework for a world primer and will have its placeholder text removed throughout the event. If you have suggestions for sections you want to see, let me know in the comments. So, yeah, this you might not want to bookmark this link because the URL is going to change as I like figure out a better title for this, but here's the article for my world primer. If there are specific things that you think that an imperfect narrator should talk about in the world of Malcora, you let me know in the comments. So you just let me know what you want to see in here. And this is published? Yes. Okay, cool. So we're gonna put this into introduction, that category. So yeah, she is a heavy work in progress. So we'll have a lot more information in here over the course of the month. Hopefully, we can dream. Oh, I cannot wait to get started. Got myself in conlang nonsense this morning. Can't stop. Might not get anything written until tomorrow for WorldEmber. Well, chase the things that make you happy and make you excited to write. If this is something that you just need to get out of your system, then get it out of your system, because if you don't do that, it'll be clogging up your system as you try to do other things. At least that's how I am, you know? So if I don't deal with that ASAP, it's just gonna cause me problems. Yeah, okay, so introduction to magic, introduction to the world. Introduce the regions of the world. Show off that shiny map. Yeah, I need to get it out to try to standardize where all my conlang stuff is so I know where to look when I need it. Yeah, that organization is going to save you so much headache later. Organizing is like not always the most exciting part of world building, but it is the most helpful and the part of world building that will prevent you from going absolutely insane. At least in my experience, like you kind of need to keep things at the very least so that it makes sense for you. If other people can't navigate your world, it's a little unfortunate. You probably don't want that for a public-facing world. But if you know where everything is, not all is lost. And that's the most important thing. You can organize it later for other people if you want to. But for yourself, you'll just have a bad time. Okay. Yeah, introduce the regions of the world, show off that shiny map. Talk about the therapy sesh time. Catch you later. Thanks for the chill stream, of course. You have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And welcome to the crew. Welcome to the Tomy crew. I'm excited to have you. Unique geographies. Found in the other places of the world. Tie in with magic system. Discuss the magical properties. Discuss the magical properties known and observed. These different affected regions. Okay, so in the introduction to magic, we can discuss the prevailing myths about Oblivion magic. The leyline of Oblivion. Its dangers. And it's I'm trying to find a word. I don't know if you guys can help me out with this. I could probably just look it up, but I'm trying to find a word that's like very simple, not simple. Similar to like alleged and supposed. Like people think that this is the cause of something. It is the blank cause of this. I feel like I need a thesaurus for that one. I could just supposed could be the word. A presumed. Okay, I think that's actually the word I was looking for. Presumed. Alleged also works, but it seems too formal. In the minds of idiots. There you go. Well, I wouldn't call this in the minds of idiots, because this does have some backing. Yeah, supposed, so-called, claimed, professed, purported, ostensible, apparent, putative, unproven, rumored. I do also like rumored. Assumed, reported, declared, stated, avowed, described. Yeah, these are good words. I like this. We'll have to really think about what exactly I'm trying to writing Professor to the rescue,
Refresh
absolutely.
yourselves.
Sippy, thank you. Oh, many thanks. Here to blow off steam. Work is too stressy right now. What is this? What is this? Someone else has claimed the early bird. Indeed, someone has. We had a lot of people blow in through here today. Hello, Nino. How are you doing today? Welcome. There is always the option to slide in if that is what you wish, but indeed, the early bird has already been claimed. Yeah, okay. Yeah, right now we are working on our primer. I'm good, if a bit drunk. Yes, I can tell by the spelling. Shrimp check. Oh no, you see me sitting like a weirdo. Ah, I just shook my entire desk trying to move it. I need a new desk, by the way. So I'm putting that on my Christmas list, theoretically. Do a little shrimp stretch, because, oh, I have a nightmare body. The account of bullies are watching. Good, good, good. Anyone who had a Dimmy mission in the past, they send you a copy of the graphic. They usually post all of the graphics together in the announcements. I don't think I've ever had it like personally sent to me, but they posted them in the announcements last time, so they'll probably do the same thing again this year. If not, I'm sure you can like poke someone about it soon TM. But yeah, this is gonna be like I've only done it twice, obviously, but this is gonna be the first event that I did not get a Divvy mission since they were announced. So, but I'm trying to conserve my Anvil points for summer camp. I'll be AFK for a little bit. Oh yeah, absolutely. Submission. How dare you? We are now mortal enemies. I didn't get one because the last time I asked for one, it took over my WorldEmber. Oh no. Yeah, it's if you get a mission that's like juicy enough or in depth enough, it'll really just occupy your entire life for a while. But yeah, I want to save up points for a summer camp mission. And because they are doing fewer streams these days, I am actually not sure if I'll end up with enough points by next summer camp to get it again. So we're just gonna hold out this year. And at the same time, I also feel pretty confident in my WorldEmber, like without a mission to do, because I already have like a very clear cut, strong mission that I'm trying to work on, and that's my primer. Oh, you do not have to get me a mission. Like do not worry about that. Like I'm not hurting for it. I'm not like upset that I'm not getting one. I just like I have a mission set in place. I have six articles that I really like want to work on during WorldEmber. And so I already have a mission set out in front of me. I don't think I need another one. I feel like missions are fantastic if you're kind of like looking at your world and scratching your head like, "Huh, what do I need to do? Like what do I need in this case?" So yeah. 300,000 points. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're like drowning in them. But no, like really, it's okay. You don't need to do that if you don't want to. Like I'll be okay without it. Like I promise you. I have so much that I need to work on. So here's my little section so far. Article starting out. Okay, good points. Just wanted to know what Dimmy would ask for. Already had one settlement planned and already have a couple of others. We're taking care of that mission for this WorldEmber. Excited for tomorrow's World Anvil stream. Gaslight Fantasy is such a cool genre. I actually have no idea what that is. So I'm excited to also watch this stream and like learn more about it and see what's going to be talked about, what they're going to be doing on there. It's like I've never heard about it before. I see Gaslamp Fantasy and I'm like, are we being gaslit? Like, is is that the situation here? Like, so following that, like, is it some kind of psychological thing? Like, I have not looked into this at all. Because I see Gaslamp and I'm like, is this a genre that's gaslighting us? New subscriber. Nothing popped up, but Moobot says that there's If Moobot speaks truth, thank you very much for subscribing, Nino. It is much appreciated. Ah, there it is. There it is. It has popped up. Yeah, it's been another month already. I know, I know. Oh, so it's fantasy set in 19th century, 19th century-esque world. Okay, okay, cool. Victorian times. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense. But yeah, thank you for the 6 months. Oh my
Refresh
gosh.
yourselves.
Sloppy. Sippy. Ah, okay. Yeah, 6 months. Oh my gosh. I appreciate all of you and all of your support. Like it is, I'm gonna get sappy for a second. I hope you guys don't mind. We get a sippy, we get sappy, we do a lot of things. We got sippies in this chat, we got sloppies in this chat, we got sappies in this chat. Like I really want to sit down and appreciate like every single
Refresh
person in this
yourselves.
chat. Ah, we got more sippies. I am about to hit my like 1 year anniversary of streaming, like just period in general. Like that'll be next month. Delana, hello.
Refresh yourselves.
Ah, thank you. But yeah, I'm so very close to my 1 year anniversary of streaming. It's going to hit in January. And like all of the support that I've gotten from all of you from the community, all my World Anvil homies, all of my friends off to the side, just watching me do my own thing. Like it is so appreciated. I love being here. I love getting to do these things with you, and I love getting to share my world with you. So thank you, everybody. And the fact that some of you have like supported me for 6 straight months, like that's nuts. It's that's nuts. I love that. Thank you. Like it really fuels me forward to like keep doing this thing, and it tells me like, hey, you're kind of on the right track with some of this stuff. And so very much appreciated. And so I'm really hoping that next year, like following my streamiversary, I'll be able to bring a lot more fun and exciting things to you guys in these streams, just like do more community involvement kind of stuff. And we'll just see where things go from there. You know, until then, like we have a whole month to think about things like that. And we have a whole month where we need to instead be thinking about writing and writing on this primer. So yeah, things are just happening left and right, and I really just I appreciate you guys at every step of the way. Let's see, Gasland Fantasy can have 2 variations, Earth or a different world. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I feel like fantasy is just kind of there are a lot of worlds in fantasy that are very similar to our world, but are just very distinctly not our world at the same time. Okay, okay. I'm just looking at some stuff real quick. Cool. So we need to get some more done on this. It is already 4 o'clock. I usually cut my stream at 4 o'clock, but what I would like to do is I would like to finish off like my base sections. And then from there, I can be like, okay, everybody, this is like the structure I have planned for my primer. What do you think? What should I Like, what sections should I think about adding? What should I like? What do you think deserves like a lot of attention? What maybe a little bit less? Because like a lot of these questions are going to be filtered through the lens of like you are getting the view of a world from someone who doesn't have the whole picture. They don't have everything, but they're pretty knowledgeable. Like you're consulting a scholar about like a history, not history, but like the state of the world. Well, Shadow and Bone could qualify as one. Ooh. I feel like they cancel a lot of shows that people enjoy. I feel like what happens is that there are a lot of really niche shows that people love. Like if you love that show, you love it. But it doesn't appeal to a wide enough audience, so they're like, "Oh, that was a flop, cancel it." And so all the people who really, really loved it, they had like a cult following. They're like, "Why'd you do that?" So why did this happen? Which is a shame. I wish that this world allowed for more niche content like that. Yeah, they really give shows a chance. If it's not an immediate success, it's done. Yeah, basically, that's just how it goes. I wish it wasn't like that. Reminds me of Carnival Row in a way. Mm. Meanwhile, Witcher has continued for long and it wasn't really good. Yeah, I mean, I watched some of it. I'm not much of a show watcher in general. So even if I like a show, I'll like not finish watching it because I just don't do it very much. Um, I liked Witcher. It's really unfortunate that circumstances led to Henry Cavill no longer being Geralt. We so now like instead of Geralt of Rivia, we have Gerald from the River. Like that's that's kind of like the situation that we have going on with the new actor. Um, no, it's good. But yeah, like Witcher is very popular, of course. So a lot of people are watching it. A lot of people are talking about it, and so that's going to be it's going to be the show that stays. Who replaced him? I don't. There are a lot of Chris's. I think it's one of the Chris's of Hollywood. Um, Chris Hemsworth is he the one who did it? I think. Um, let's see. Am I right? It is no. It's Liam Hemsworth. Oh, okay, I got the wrong brother. I did the wrong one. Yeah, it's Liam. Yeah. Okay. So I was like half right, a little bit. I don't follow these things well enough to have laser focus memory on it. But yeah, it's Liam Hemsworth. I'm sure he might be he'll probably be fine. I just I need the OG man, you know? Alright, we discuss hmm. Okay. I'm just thinking really hard. Liam Hemsworth isn't the Thor guy? No, that's the other one. Chris Hemsworth that I was thinking of is the Thor guy, and Liam is his brother. Now he's the Witcher guy. There's so many names of actors. I don't know how to keep up. I know some things. He was in the Hunger Games, I think. Oh, are we talking about the new movie? Chris is Thor. I'm a Chris, so I know. Of course, every Chris needs to have like this internal database of other Chris's in their vicinity and like in their interests, so that they know exactly who's who. All right, we need to sit up straight, be peoples. I checked. There are 3 Hemsworth brothers, and all are actors. There you go. Yeah, so we can see how we might get them a little mixed up. Oh, the old movies. Well, old, you know. The previous. I don't know, they've been out for a while though. Yes, I have a Chris database in my head. Good. Good, good. That means all is as it should be. Yeah, Chris, Liam, and Luke. There you go. It's all them brothers. Okay, so, introduction to magic. I got stuck on the word thing again. Yeah. Oblivion magic and its dangers. And its presumed role. Bring about Akora's darkest age. Discuss the principal deities of the world, especially Vasra. I almost typed in my my Baldur's Gate character's name instead of my god's name. Oopsie. But they are very similar names. Especially Vasra, the New Dawn. I see how you feel about them. you know. You know. Did you say your Baldur's Gate 3 character isn't called Tav? No. Alas, no. Okay, yeah, so we discussed the principal deities of the world, especially Vasra the New Dawn, who pulled the world from oblivion so they could enter the age of the Seekers. Discuss some primary pantheons. Discuss pantheons most local to Arsavella. More focus on this. More focus on this here than the rest of the world, because it comes from the narrator's personal experience. Cool. So here we go. Figure out some of these sections. See how we introduce the narrator. Check what Tiller's put in challenge discussion on Discord. Oh, is there something interesting in here? this total? Some excellent math? Rethink how we count things during WorldEmber. Yeah, pictures and pages and worlds equals 10,000. Excellent. Oh, is there a spreadsheet? Is there a community spreadsheet for WorldEmber right now? Does anybody know? Because I know someone just posted a screenshot of a Little screenshot of like a 9%. I think that was Mochi. I would also like to be involved in any screenshotting, not screenshotting, spreadsheeting adventures. I guess we'll find out eventually. Those numbers on the photo actually sum up to that. Yeah, it's just silly. I love things like that. It's a little goofy. Yeah, we're doing some math out here. Okay. I think Han made one. Yeah, I still don't get it. It's just a little like math joke. They're just showing like oh we got these numbers, these statistics, and at the end it's just like oh haha they add up to this number at the end. Going to park my writings for now. It's 702 words. Hey, that's still really awesome for one day of WorldEmber. You're almost at 10% on day one. Think about arts too. Okay, yeah. Oh my gosh, I would love if I had some time to make some art for these articles. That would be amazing. Cause like I have like a little post-it note sketch from work that I did one day. Like I was just feeling inspired and I just like sketched out a thing. Like Al, you probably already saw this because I posted it in like a little art channel in one of our discords. But like it's a picture of it's going to be a picture of Vasra, like the god. And if any article in my world needs art, it's that one for sure. So I just have like a super vague sketch that I just made at work, and I need to turn it into a proper drawing. It doesn't need to be a full illustration. Like I don't think I'll have time for that. But some sketches, some cute little things, like how I made the stonegrass lavender. Like just like some little sketchy thing, like a scrawl in a notebook page. I would love to have more artwork like that. It's like I've decided we're not doing no AI anymore. We're not doing that. I might toy around with it sometimes for some like ideas, but we're not displaying it anymore at the very least. So I have some older articles I need to go and like refurbish a little bit, get some new graphics in there. Maybe I'll get some like stock photos or something, and, like edit those up. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see, because like I don't think I have enough time to make art for everything. But we'll get there. We'll get there. We're just not introducing new AI artworks to the world from here on out. Yeah, I did myself a huge favor by making the art style of my world basic AF doodles. But it gives it so much character. I love the style of your world. Like it gives all of your drawings like so much personality. You know, like I find it really difficult to inject like fun personality into like more detailed work. Because then so much of my focus is on like making the actual work look good and not so much on like what's being represented here. Like how do I represent this feral energy here? Yeah, leave what I've done in place and nothing new to replace it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so my goal is to like slowly replace the work that I have. Like I feel like it'd be really fun actually to commission work for my world. I'll just have to like start setting aside money for that. So much art for this project, hopefully, and more in depth than my usual articles. Heck yes. Heck yes. I wish I had skill to make or money to commission art for my worlds. It's tough. Cause like making the art that you want to see is difficult even when you know how to make art. And yes, commissions do cost a pretty penny. But hopefully we can find some ways around that. Your articles are so fun and funny. I would love to make some like community initiatives at some point. Like this, here's a concept for something I would love to do with this community and with this stream. I would love to create like giveaway pools, like money pools that we can use to like grant people like the means by which to commission artists to make work for their worlds. You know what I mean? So like that'd be sick. I would love that. Like we could coordinate like paying artists, communicating with artists, and being like, hey, like this person in my community, like won a little giveaway, and they want to commission you for this thing. And so, you know, we could like that'd be a lot of fun. I was looking for collab forum on Discord. I'll be uncomfortable using that to get art. Yeah, like that's that's a like difficult ground to kind of work on. But then yeah, because like if you go into like a collaboration forum, like looking for like, hey, I would like art for my world, people might see that as like you're trying to get art for free. And so that's kind of that's a tough one. So if you're looking for art in like a collaboration forum, you'd essentially want to like take on someone as a team member, make them like properly involved in your world, and then it makes sense for them to just like make art for your world without actual payment. But then it becomes their project too, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's something I would love to set up because I know a lot of people like they kind of get bummed out that they don't have cool art for their worlds. So if we could have like fundraising efforts in the future where we're like, hey, so you know, like all the money that we raise during like this such and such time will go into this pool for people in the community that they can get some art for, like their worlds. So that'd be really cool. And it'd be really fun to like network with some artists who would also be like so it'd be really cool to like connect with some artists who'd be interested in kind of like helping navigate this or facilitate this. Artists in the community who would be willing to like provide their services for things like this. But really, essentially all it would be is like we raise money and we help grant people money to commission whoever they want. So the artists don't need to be like here or involved. They just, you know, they just do their commissions as normal. um, as an artist, I stand this effort. Yay. Yeah, without making art, it would also become partially their project. Exactly. So yeah, that's a little working concept that I would love to introduce at some point. And we'll just see how it goes. But I'll just say, if you're not already, and you want to like stay updated on things like this that I'm going to be working on for my stream and for my community, you are more than welcome to join my Discord server. And hopefully over time, we'll be able to introduce more and more of these things and ideas and concepts. Just see what works, see what doesn't. And you know, like I have a lot of friends and I have like my stream team that I can talk to about how setting up something like this would work. Like how to like work on it from the logistical side of things. Yeah. So I feel like once I have time to like devote to my streams and to my own projects, it'll be a lot easier to just kind of navigate those things. But that's an idea that I have, and I think it'd be really fun. I think it'd be really cool. We can have little things like, you know, for people who just like don't have any art whatsoever for their worlds. You know, we could do little giveaways like that, and that'd be really awesome. I'd also like to do more art for you guys, like me making art for you. Just like having streams where we do that. I just have all these ideas. Like I want to have fun with you guys and facilitate your growth and your worlds. I'm trying to find people with knowledge of non-European cultures to join me in Magic Earth through looking for collab. I'll tell you what comes of this. Hell yes, absolutely. Yeah, I know, especially for you because you're working with like a, you know, Earth. It'll be really awesome to have different perspectives to help guide you in how to write these other cultures that you're not familiar with. I feel like that's really the only way to go. If you start writing about cultures that you have no familiarity with, people are gonna be like, this isn't a very good representation. When you have time for commissions, and if my wallet cooperates, I'd love to pay you for art. Yay! Yeah, I'm like wrapping up a really big project right now, hopefully. And my idea, or like not idea, like my goal for next year is to like not take any commissions whatsoever unless I'm like really like unless I'm really down for it, you know what I mean? Like if I have friends that want art, I'll probably do commissions in that case. If I like just projects that excite me. I'm pleased to say that I am in a position where I do not need to rely on commissions for income. So I'm not going to take jobs that I don't really want to do so that I can eat. You know what I mean? I can just I can follow my heart. I can do what I wish. Damn, do you have a bird friend? Oh well. Wait, where? Oh, I do the same with building websites for people? Ooh. What playlist slash music is this? So actually, right now, what's actually happening is my Spotify is just playing random things that are related to my writing playlist. So I actually cannot answer you on what the playlist is anymore. But what I have is a playlist of just like bardcore fantasy kind of music. And so it's only an hour long. So as soon as the hour hits, it just Spotify is just like, oh yeah, we're gonna start playing random stuff. And so that's kind of the wave that we're on right now. Yeah, so Spotify knows what I want. It knows what I'm about. But the actual playlist that I have is full of royalty-free music. So that would be music that I can use in like recordings. But because my VODs don't have music in them, I kind of just let it go wild sometimes and just do whatever it feels like. Oh, they sent you a pic of the owlbears. Okay, okay, I got you. I got you. I thought I was being talked to. I'm like, what? Let's see. I can. Here's the link to the playlist that I run. It is called Owl Scribe. It has 29 songs in it. I would like to add more to it, but that requires me sitting in like royalty-free music kind of area and just like click on songs until I find ones that I like and then I put them on the playlist. But yeah. There are some fun ones in there. I like these songs. It's all about the vibes, you know? But yeah, the anytime I talk about royalty-free music, I'm referring to songs that I get from my Epidemic Sound subscription. So that is how I lay claim to the songs that I use. Not so much now, but every time I've made like YouTube videos in the past, which I would like to do again at some point. Every time I did YouTube videos, I would use songs from that platform. And I have permission to use them there, so that's good. So any content with actual like music that sticks around in the recording phase, that's where I get it from. Let's see, I'm trying to find introduction to the narrator. I'll need to come up with a character design for this narrator. I need to know who they are. Who they are, what they're doing, and what's going on. In their introduction. In their introduction, they discuss things like they live, work, and study. There's a general feel, local area. The character lives in. The vibes. Introduction to the kingdom. Talk about the different parts of Arsavella. Who's honking outside? We'll have none of that. Okay, we'll talk about the different parts of Arsavella. The Northlands. Let's do this. The Northlands. Yeah, the Northlands, the forest, and the Barrens. Plus the city-state of Orel. With their center. The drama brewing. Between the city and the Barrens. We made apparent. So we discuss phenomena. The desiccated sands. I'm trying not to like link too many things or use too much BB code right now, because I know that's just going to like inflate my word count. Although it's kind of unavoidable once I start actually writing this, because then I don't know. I feel like it's really part of me is like, oh, maybe I should just word dump in like I should actually word dump until I hit my 10K, and then I can start actually formatting. That's the word. Until before I actually start formatting anything. Because then at least that way I'll know that I have 10,000 words of like actual writing. And then as I format and then as I add even more things and as my word count goes up, I know like, okay, well, I already hit 10K. It's okay if some of this is like fluff from BB code. I don't know, because like, this is super simple. There's probably like 10 or 15 extra words here from like the headers and things like that. Whatever, it's 15 words. Who cares? We'll figure it out later. Yeah. Introduce regions of the world, show off the shiny map, talk about unique geographies found in other places of the world, tie in with magic system, discuss the magical properties known and observed in these different affected regions. Oh. My neck is like perishing, actually. I don't know if it's because I sit like a shrimp or because I'm like dying. Who knows? Okay, I want to add a little bit more to this introduction to the world section. Discuss some of the people of the world. What little of them is actually known to scholars of our Savella. It's not a lot. No, hold on. Okay, so we'll put that in under magic, because that's a bit more relevant to the magic side. Discuss the magical bloodlines of the world. Yeah, discuss magical bloodlines of the world. This section will be composed largely of theories and beliefs, as the Savellans have little to no experience dealing with magical, or dealing with the effects of magical bloodlines. And lack understanding of what they can mean. Yeah, so we're gonna have this imperfect narrator talking all throughout this primer, basically saying like, hey, there's okay, so this is what we know, but we're missing a lot of the details. Like we know that different people have different bloodlines. Like they have different types of magic in their blood. But we haven't seen anything come of that yet. Because in our Savella, of course, because it's not like being magically affected, the people aren't being magically affected, so their bloodlines have no impact on their life. But if you go way off somewhere else, they'll start to have some effects that these narrators just have no idea about. There's a couple more things. Okay. So I think that's pretty good for now. Or maybe, I don't know, we'll oh, actually, I was about to say, no, we'll get this article up to 500 words. We're actually just above 500. Look at us go. All right. Wait, there's a generic article special category? Oh, so it's a good time of year to make a primer. All right. That's fun. But okay. So here's our summary of what we've done today. We have our Malcora primer in the works. We have these sections where we're talking about like what we're going to write about, what everything is going to be. And of course, this is a framework for this article, so if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. You're more than welcome to do so at any time. Yeah, so here's a quote, like, include a scholarly quote about the world itself, something that summarizes its magical qualities. And, oh, I scrolled down and I saw there's already a comment there, so I'll read that off stream. Okay, so we have our introduction to ley lines. And just making sure the metadata, it says December 1st, fantastic. We're just going to do a quick little check over of all these things. Leyline of Oblivion. We have our metadata here. Publication date, creation date, 1st of December, fantastic. We have Vasra the New Dawn. This is a draft. Created December 1st, never published. Fantastic. Pantheon of the New Age. Yep, also reset to December 1st. And finally, Baharin. We've got people who have never been exposed to the emergence of a ley line. Yes. So there we go. All December 1st. Fantastic. That means all of my stubs are primed and ready for me to work on them during WorldEmber. I know that's like the first thing that we did, but just in case I didn't, I had to go check them over. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 articles. These are going to be like our bread and butter articles for WorldEmber. We might come up with additional things here and there off to the side. Of course, we do have. Ooh, okay, this is a great time to talk about some challenges, unofficial challenges in the community that I would love to participate in. And this is your invitation. If you find any more that I don't know about, absolutely feel free to share them. I have a master list of all the ones that I do know about in my Discord server. I think TJ also did an article about the also did like an article about them because he would like to participate in them, and I would also like to participate in them. So I'm gonna visit this. First off, we have the unofficial challenge, Mixing Symptoms 2 by Katolopon. Last year, I'll drop a link for everybody here. Last year, we did Mixing Symptoms. I did not participate in this because I was just doing my own thing. I was actually the, I was a sponsor for the conditions prompt last year. And so I didn't do any conditions. I just kind of read other people's. But this year I'm participating. I'm doing it. I submitted a symptom. And the way that this challenge works is we all submit symptoms, or like this was a November thing. We all submit symptoms with the Google form. Now it's December. There's going to be a list of like different groupings of symptoms that we're supposed to write conditions for. And so yeah, that will all follow a prompt. I think the list still needs to be revealed. But absolutely, come participate in this. It'll be a lot of fun. Write some conditions for WorldEmber. The list will be revealed. They'll grab like a handful of symptoms from like the list. So we don't want to write a condition with every single symptom under the sun. But so there'll be lists of like a handful from the list, another handful from the list, another handful from the list, and you can write conditions based on these different collections of symptoms. So it's really fun. Because this challenge was ongoing last year, a lot of the conditions that I read for my prompt were from this challenge, and so a lot of them shared the same symptoms, and so it was just really cool seeing how different people interpreted them differently and presented them differently. It's really sick. It's really cool. So absolutely participate in this if you can. We have the WorldEmber Species Challenge by Mochi. Of course, we can't pass up a good species article. This one is very, very open-ended. Mochi did provide some prompts that you can follow if you're interested. But if you don't like any of these prompts, feel free to write about anything else. And there's a badge. Oh, look at it. I love this challenge. I absolutely love this challenge. I'll get the link for you guys as well here. And last but not least, Diane has made an unofficial scavenger hunt challenge for WorldEmber. And so there's a badge to come soon. So what's going on here is the challenge here is to create a scavenger hunt for your readers. Hide secret messages and items in your articles for readers to piece together some secret info about your world, or a nice message. It can be anything, just any kind of secret. So here you go, here's a link to that as well. These are fantastic. Unofficial challenges in the community bring me so much joy. And they make some amazing articles just like come out of nowhere, you know what I mean? Because like people are so eager to make things and share them with each other. And so, it's really great. I would love to make an unofficial challenge at some point. And so, maybe keep an eye out for that next year. But yeah, no, it'll be really great. It'll be fantastic. If any of you see throughout the event any new challenges pop up like this, absolutely let me know. Shoot a link my way, and I'll add it to my little master list of things in my Discord server. But yes. Thank you everybody for coming in and stopping by. All of my raiders from World Anvil, to those who stuck around, thank you very, very much. To all the raiders who are no longer here and may potentially see this VOD, thank you also for coming and sticking around. So many of you were chatting and I loved it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all of the support and for all of my regulars around here. I can't do it without you. So yes, we have gotten a pretty decent amount of work done today. I'm gonna like scribble a couple of extra words in like my little stubs just so that their word counts begin, counting for the total. But I think that this puts us at around 650 words for day one. Very good. And you know that primer article is only going to like balloon up in information as I add more things to it. We have about 500 words in the primer framework right now, but all of those sections are going to be beefed out. We're going to have a lot more content, a lot more stuff. And so I'm really excited to see how that article just kind of grows and develops over the course of the month. So yeah, look at us go. Almost 10% today. I'll probably end up scribbling more things just like off stream tonight. So when I go live again tomorrow, you will have my little update. You'll see how many words I'm at. Maybe I'll have like a little counter like floating around somewhere, just to show like, hey, this is where I am since like the last update. And so yeah, we'll see. It'd be really fun to have like a live update counter that shows exactly how many words I'm at any given time, but I don't know how I would possibly even attempt to begin to code that. That seems too intense. Just manually updating is good enough for me. Yes, I hope everyone has the most wonderful of wonderful days. Everyone, absolute like best of luck with WorldEmber. Remember to take care of yourselves. Drink your water, have your foods, or drink whatever it is you like to drink. Just stay healthy, stay happy, stay hydrated, stay creative. Make all of the most wonderful things that you can possibly make. And as I'm going on this little tirade here, I'm going to find us someone that we can go raid.
Refresh yourselves.
Sippies, thank you. Oh, thank you for the company. Of course. Thank you for the company. Thank you for stopping by. It's always wonderful to just sit here and chat with you guys. I feel like I spent a lot of time chatting instead of writing, but like it's great. No, I love getting work done, just being able to chat with you guys and just take the edge off of some things. It's hard to feel like I'm working here when I have you guys just like cheering me up at every step of the way. 619 words, let's go! Yes! I feel like so many of us are just like in the same boat. And thanks for keeping me company in the first rush of WorldEmber in. Heck yes! I've been coding because my children need to eat. Absolutely! Absolutely! Take care of them kids! Take care of those codes! And so what we're going to do is we are going to raid It's Eggs Benedict. This is a member of my stream team. He's playing World of Warcraft right now. So after all of this writing experience, I feel like it's time to go sit down, play some games, relax a little bit. And so when you pop on over here, my raid shout is Bird Raid. So if you want to let him know where you're coming from, absolutely say that. Well, we are going to have a wonderful, wonderful rest of our month, everybody. Thank you so much for spending so much time with me today. Grab your sippies, go world build, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow for even more world building. So feel free to come back again tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be doing more world building, co-working, and all of that. And one more time, if you're interested, hanging out with me, just in my little spaces. We have a Discord server for the L Works, and you're more than welcome to pop on by and just hang out, share your work, talk about things. There's a little channel dedicated to WorldEmber. So yeah, I have all the pins in there. Have a good day. You also have a good day. So thank you, everyone. I'm looking for my little screen here. Okay. So I will see you guys, everyone, after the raid. You're welcome to stick around, chat. Eggs, great people. I will see you later. Goodbye.